Hello everybody, I'm NerdyGuy, and at BlizzCon, Blizzard announced that they're going to do World of Warcraft Classic, which is going to be a Vanilla World of Warcraft server. A lot of people are excited about this, and I'm not entirely sure why. Part of me just thinks, well, let them be happy about this, even if you don't like it, let them have it. But, I don't know, I think it's just the boiling point of all the fucking vanilla elitists that I've talked to throughout the years. People who say, oh, World of Warcraft hasn't been good since Vanilla. Vanilla was the only good World of Warcraft. I'm so sick of hearing that. So, I guess, in this case, it's good, because Vanilla is going to show them, the World of Warcraft Classic is going to show them how terrible Vanilla actually was. Now, I think a lot of World of Warcraft players just got up in arms hearing that, going, what the fuck, you don't like Vanilla? No, Vanilla wasn't good. You don't miss Vanilla. You miss being a noob. I have fond memories of being a noob. I was recently reminded that as a level 15 Tauren, I got the brilliant idea that, well, I need to get from Thunder Bluff to Silverpine Forest, and I didn't know how to get there. So I jumped on the boat from Ratchet to Booty Bay and decided to run the entirety of Eastern Kingdoms. I didn't even get halfway through fucking Stranglethorn Vale without dying repeatedly and giving up. And eventually, I went to Grumgall Base Camp, and I found out, oh shit, there are Zeppelins here. One of them takes me to the Undercity. Oh, that's next to Silverpine Forest. I know where that is. So I got on that Zeppelin. And then on my way back, I was like, okay, well, where's this other Zeppelin go to? Orgrimmar, where's this? And I jumped on that. And found out, oh, Orgrimmar is just like a little bit from Thunder Bluff. That would have been way closer. But I still think about these noob moments fondly, because it was fun. Like, there was so much to the Eastern Kingdoms I had never seen, or Kalimdor for that matter. The first time going into Outland, looking around going, whoa. Like, arriving on the boat to Northrend with the same level of excitement, and just think like, wow, the fuck, this is so cool. All these moments, that is what you're missing. You don't miss Vanilla, you miss looking at the game with fresh eyes, something you can't do anymore. As much as I would want to have that back, I can't. And I've accepted that. But Vanilla, it wasn't good. Like, it may have been good at the time, but it has not aged well in any sense of the word. It's just got, first of all, you couldn't quest all the way up to max level. There wasn't enough quests to do that. You had to grind. A lot of people say that's a good thing. No, that's not a good thing. They changed that for a reason. That would never fly in a game today. Never. There's just so many quality of life improvements they've made to the game. So much things have changed that people like, that I don't think they remember wasn't a thing back then. First of all, mounts at level 40. Like, I see people now crying that they can't fly in the new expansions, and you want to go back to 40 levels without mounts? Without even ground mounts. Like, let's just forget flying mounts for a second. Not even ground mounts. That wasn't a good system. That was not a good idea. And there's so many other things. Like, if you had a mount, you need to carry it around in your bags. Well, there was no like interface like we have now. There's nothing like that. And like, there were way less fight masters, way less graves. There was no graveyards was the word I'm looking for. When you die, you need to respawn. Like, if you're an Alliance person doing the dungeon Wailing Caverns in Barrens, you would have to run from fucking Ashenvale every time you died. Like, that's not a good thing. No. No. There's no dungeon finder. If you want to find a group, you need to stand in the city, scream to everyone about, I'm looking for more people for this dungeon, over and over again, until you finally have enough people. And when you finally do, then you need to travel to the fucking dungeon, but it turns out that you need 2 people to do the summoning thing, and only one bothers to travel there. And then the others get bored because they don't want to travel, and nobody else wants to travel, so they leave, and you have to go back to the city and scream again. There's so much things that sucked about Vanilla. Things that people seem to have just forgotten. And what about the content? There's not going to be any updates after 1.12. Like, that was the last patch to Vanilla. There's not going to be anything after that. What are you planning on doing? Like, people are complaining about the content drop now that we have 1 year without content. You're going to have forever without content. Either that, or they're going to have to reset the servers every now and then and make you start over. And I don't think people want that either. It's like, what do you plan on doing once you're done with all the raids? You know, once you run around every single raid in the game over and over and over again, what are you going to do then? Just have a massive circle jerk about how great Vanilla was? Oh yeah, Vanilla was so great. And speaking about the raids, 40-man raids. 40. I mean, the computers now can't handle that. They couldn't during Vanilla, which is why the game crashed so much. But 40-man raids. Try organizing 40 people to do something. You know, that problem I talked about with the dungeons, how you have to stand and spam in the trade chat to find a group for dungeons. It's multiplied even worse for the raids. Sure, you might have a guild, but the guild might not have 40 fucking members. And then there was the attunement quest. Oh, you couldn't just do the raid. No, you had to do a long-ass fucking quest chain before you do that. Like, people started complaining in Cataclysm when they made it so in order to join a dungeon, you had to actually go to the entrance of the dungeon to queue up in a dungeon finder. I liked that feature. I thought that was a great feature. They should have kept that. But people started basically crying about, oh, it's so hard. I don't want to do that. And you want to go back to a time where you had to do attunement quests for raids. There's so much shit in Vanilla that people have just forgotten. In order to make it good, it wouldn't be Vanilla anymore. They would have to change so much of it that it wouldn't be recognizable. But another thing that a lot of people think back to fondly is the memories of, oh, I had so much time so much fun playing with my friends and everything like that. Okay, but you don't have that time anymore. Most of those people were teenagers by the time Vanilla came out. You know, they played the game with their friends and had a blast doing it. But they don't have that anymore because they're adults. They have jobs. They can't play as much as they did back then. It doesn't really work. Most Vanilla players have put the game on a pedestal and then let that pedestal grow so fucking huge that they don't see the game anymore. They just know it's up there, and they know it. They remember it as good. They remember it fondly. Oh, it was such a good game. Oh, I spent so much time playing that. But they don't remember what it actually looked like. The game was a buggy, unstable piece of shit. Now, they might fix the buggy and unstable part, but there's still so many flaws to the game that I've talked about. So many things that have improved since then. So many things that I think a lot of people are going to be shocked when they realize they don't have in a classic game. And I think most of the players on the classic servers will abandon them pretty quickly after starting when they realize that, oh shit, this wasn't good. I think it's going to be hard to find a raid group for the 40-man raids because I think most guilds won't have 40 members. But yeah, you know, I shouldn't take happiness from people. You know, if you really want Vanilla, go ahead. You know, it only turns out well for me because I don't have to listen to you fuckers whine and complain about how World of Warcraft has just gotten worse since Vanilla. Blah, 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 blah. You know, finally some peace and quiet for me. But I just want to share my thoughts on why I won't be playing Classic. And why I don't understand why people are so fucking excited about World of Warcraft Classic. And, well, anyway, that was it for me. This was the final video I made about the BlizzCon announcements. I made one video where I talked about the lore for Battle for Azeroth, and one with the gameplay for Battle for Azeroth. So, yeah, this one was the World of Warcraft Classic thoughts. And, well, leave your angry comments talking about how I'm a dumbass who doesn't appreciate Vanilla in the comment section. And until next time,